Wow. Hi, everyone. Hey. Let's see. Wow, the video worked. Is this working? Are we on? Awesome. Wow, what a cool guy, right? He looked amazing. I am already in love with him. I actually go to bed with him. There's got to be a serious topic I want to talk to you guys about, and I can't see anyone. Can we turn the light? Can we turn the light up a little bit, please? House light, so I can see people. Awesome. I want to talk to you guys about something very important that sometimes we fail to think about. We look at successful people. You guys just saw this video. It's a kick-ass video. And it shows a lot of my accomplishments. And you guys take my word for it. What if I was an imposter? Just like this dude right there. This is the thing. A lot of times, we look at success and successful people, and we fail to do one important thing. We fail to question them. We take them by face value. One important thing about success for me is to think, what happens when I'm dead? When I take my last breath, when they're putting me in the ground, what are people going to say about me? Are they going to say, you know what, he was successful. He was great at what he was doing. But what if they said he was a con artist? What if they said that he stole, he lied? Would I still be successful? The definition of success for me is that I can enjoy every piece of the ride. Up and down, I enjoy it. If I'm hitting the ground, I'm like, yes, another lesson to learn. Cash flow issues, great, I got to figure out another way. Some people that have experienced that laugh. It's horrible, but when you figure it out, what happens? Next time around, I got this covered, right? Another important thing, success requires that you keep a promise to yourself. When you say, I'm going to get up at 6 in the morning for the next 30 days, and one day you fail, you failed to keep the promise to yourself. There's going to be a snowball effect on that. Because if you can't keep a promise to yourself, the most important person in your life, what keeps you from keeping a promise to somebody else? Lastly, success requires that you leave a legacy. If you only have success for you and you're done, and there is no legacy left, you have just wasted air. So the topic of today, I really want you guys to think about all of these amazing people that you meet. Some are in this room, some are not in this room, and question, how did they get there from point A to point B? At some point, most of us were not wealthy. At some point, most of us were not experts at what we were doing. Something brought us to the next step, and so on. And today we're here. We rarely question what did it take for them to go from there to here. We just look at their success. We forget to look at, did he screw someone to go from this point to this point? Did he lie? Did he steal? And now he's got the money and can show the Ferraris and the cars and all the fake friends on Facebook and Instagram, and he's got influence. So we think, okay, he's successful. But we're failing what he had to do to get from there to here. So my question is that the same success that someone achieved versus someone that did everything the right way? Would this have the same value? First semester, med school, first exam actually, my anatomy exam, I learned a very important lesson. I walked into the cadaver lab, and the professor said, okay guys, I got all the cadavers set up, there's pins on them, there's questions right next to the cadaver. You go from one table to the other, answer them. When you're done with the exam, put them on the table. And there is one crazy thing this guy did. He said, I am going to walk out of this room. I will not monitor you. So you're on your own. What do you think happened? People thought, oh shit, I can open the book, I can cheat, I can ask someone. But before he left the room, he said, guys, just remember, you can only cure what you know. I'm like, shit, I'm going to fail this exam. That sentence up to today is with me because that has to do with very fundamental issue. How do I get from point A to point B? I can pass the exam, no problem. But did I do it the right way? Is this a sustainable way for me to succeed? When we say we value something and we put a value on something, be it coaching program, be it a speaking thing, or any kind of a product you're looking at, what we pay extra for is something that's unique. For most women here, they love diamonds, but they like pink and yellow diamonds more. For a guy, I'm like, well, it's discolored. Why would you want that? But that's like rare, right? So you pay extra for something that's rare, unique, and something that others don't have. What do you think in today's world is unique? That it no longer exists. Shout it out. Who said that? I love you, man. Did we talk before? You cheated. Integrity. And trust me, that's not a model of a car. We're talking real integrity. This is what bugs me a lot. And I'm not here to sell you anything. I really want you guys to take something with you. While you guys are coming to personal development seminars, while you're educating yourself out there, while you're listening to all these gurus on social media, think about the mask. Many of them come to you with their stories. Some are sob stories. Some are victims. Some are orphans. Some are poor. But the question is that just a facade or is that real? Is that something that they're doing to get your attention so you can feel emotionally for them so they can sell you a product? Or is that really who they are? And behind that mask, the reality is that they cheat, they lie, they take advantage of people. What I want you guys to think about is the question, is that real? Is that truly the person that he's presenting himself as? Question me. You saw the video. Question me. Are you really a champion? Are you really a doctor? Are you living your life the way you're presenting it up there? Are you really at that high standard in every aspect of your life? Or are you doing this on stage and then when you're off stage, you're a completely different guy? You're a douchebag. You're taking care of advantage of people. You don't have discipline to run your own life or manage your employees. Congruency is very big, and we fail to look at that. We look at the Lamborghini, we say we want that lifestyle. But we forget that there's a price to pay for that. If that person that's teaching you is doing it the wrong way, that is exactly who you're going to be. I'm not here to blame anyone. And I'm not pointing fingers, but we all do things for a specific purpose. Every one of us that does something, be it good or bad, we're doing it because of something internal. We all are running away from some kind of a pain that we're trying to avoid, so we compensate by doing something, or there's pleasure that we're trying to go towards. Either way, you have a reason and a formula what pulls you either direction. You have a value system. You have a global belief system. Global belief is, if you've been hurt by men, your thought is all men are asshole. If you've been hurt by women, You can say all women are gold diggers. That's a global belief. And if that's your thought pattern, you will act upon that based on that thought pattern. Your formula is meet woman, gold digger, watch out. That's the formula. The thing is, there's a caveat to this. We act based on our identity, who you think you are. When you say, I am always being screwed, guess what? That's your identity. Your body, your entire being has to be congruent with that statement. You have to sabotage everything that comes towards you so you can be congruent with that statement. If you say, I'm always lucky, I find shit on the floor, well, not shit on the floor, maybe money. Well, if you find shit over it, you step over it, I guess. So I want you guys to think about this. A lot of times we have a conflict. Some of you, if you have issues with your relationships, with your business, with finances, and you're like, I'm really trying, but it's not happening, or I get somewhere and then some shit happens to it. There is a conflict, either with your global belief system or with your values, or it's conflicting with your identity. Perfect example. I want to be rich. But in my mind, I think that all rich people are assholes. I think they take advantage of people. That's how they got their money. If that's my global belief system, and I want to be a good person with my values, no matter what type of money comes to me, I will sabotage it. Does that make sense? It's very important that we're congruent with the values and your global belief system. So here's the crazy part. I still want to be very rich, but I don't want to be a bad guy. I got it, I'll justify it. I can be a bad guy, so I can be rich, so when I'm rich, I can have a nonprofit and help people. Do you guys see that? We massage the truth. And guess what? Most of us don't question because we look at the charity over here, we say, oh, look at the big heart he has. He's trying to do all this good stuff. But yet, what did he do to get here? Don't forget to question. First person you got to question is you. So I grew up like a prince. I'm not kidding. I did grow up like a prince. I had a driver, a butler. We lived in a nice high-rise. Everyone knew my parents. They were officials. First kid of the first son of the first son, I was the prince. Anything I wanted, I had. Until, at 9 years of age, I moved to Germany. And I went from being a prince to not knowing where my next meal comes from. I was stripped away from my parents within hours. I grew up with someone that was not family. He was just there at the airport, and he picked me up. I lived with him for the next 9 years. So I grew up with him. Could not see my parents. There was no money. Their bank accounts were frozen. They could not travel outside. I was stuck. Couldn't go forward, couldn't go back. Life just hit. All of a sudden, I had to realize, wait a minute. I'm in a one-bedroom apartment. There's one bed. The guy has to sleep on a couch. I'm in the bedroom. I don't get the right clothes. I got to wear the same stuff. I'm at school. I don't fit in. Picture this. I'm in Germany. I don't speak the language. I was set back 2 years. I'm the oldest guy in class. I'm the shortest guy in class. And I'm dark. It gets worse. I had a little fuzz. At 9 years of age, I had a little mustache going on. I'm shaving, by the way. Yeah. One day, I went with this gentleman to a meeting. And at that meeting, there was this rich guy, and I never forget, he had a Porsche parked outside. After the meeting, he comes to me, he's like, hey, boy, what are you wearing? And I'm like, you mean this? He goes, yeah. I'm like, it's my jacket. And I was confused. He goes, that is a woman's jacket, dude. Don't you see the big buttons? And it's freaking purple. I'm like, yeah, this is my mom's jacket. She gave it to me while I was at the airport. He said, why don't you get a boy's jacket? I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't have the money. He's like, how come your parents don't send you money? I'm like, they can't. They're not able to send me money. He reached out in his pocket and threw some coins on the table. He says, why don't you call them? I didn't know, but I had tears running down my eyes. But that day, I realized not only that I wasn't a prince anymore, I was not good enough. I needed to be accepted, and I was not being accepted. So what value system did I adopt? Rich people or assholes? That mindset sabotaged my life for the next few decades. I always thought in order for me to make money, I would have to be like that jerk. So what did I do? I figured I gotta help people. I gotta do something that is honest, and if I'm making a lot of money the right way, it makes sense. So I developed softwares. I became a doctor. But meanwhile, the bank account was not growing because I had a ceiling. Because if I had gone above that, I would have been that asshole. So the story that I created for myself with that moment was a choice. Rich people, and for me, I wanted to make sure that I can have something that I can help people with. And I cannot go beyond that. And of course, the justification now, like I told you, is I cannot help people with empty pockets. I do charity work. And I made sure that me and my partners who are doing these charity works do not have a foundation. And I know it's nuts, but it goes from my pocket directly to the patient's pocket. Well, not to their pockets, to their treatments. Because we believe that if it's going straight from us to them, we personally connect. We personally feel what they needed. And if we're short and one patient got left out, guess what? That's juice to go back and figure out how we can make money, how we can be great entrepreneurs, so we can go serve again. Does that make sense? So, what I'm questioning here is, why do some people have to tear people down? Why do they have to lie? Why do they have to do something unethical so they can have a value exchange? Why is that necessary to have some type of a transaction going on? We value exchange. Even in a relationship, we're value exchanging. But here's the caveat.
Check. Freddy, do you want to use my mic?
I almost said you want to undress me. I am like that, I'm sorry.
You put this here.
How about my tail?
What about the tail? Oh, that's right.
Hey, you haven't paid for this.
You showed us what's underneath the kimono. So.
Uh-oh.
All right, there you go. And this is
All right, thank you. Thank you. Is that better? Awesome. I'm going to switch because I'm right-handed. Okay, so we're thinking that in order for us to create some kind of a transaction, how can I sell what I have for more than the value I'm giving? Or in reverse, how can I get that value for cheaper? Let's switch that around. Why do we not think, you know what? I'm getting value from you. I want to give you more compensation because I want to appreciate what you're giving me. You know what? You're paying me. How about I give you more value of the service? So you feel that you got way more and you owe me. What if we ran all of our businesses that way? What if our relationships ran that way? Think about that. Instead of feeling I got gypped, you think, wow, I owe this guy. What an incredible world would that be if no one took advantage of anybody else? Do you guys know about the love languages? That's not that. This is the 3 levels of love. I know, I caught you. So the first level is like a toddler. It's me, 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 me. I want this. Give it to me because I'm entitled to it. A lot of relationships today are like that. I'm a beautiful model. You need to give me. And I don't have to love you back. Or I'm a rich guy. See the Lamborghini? I get to get away with whatever I want. Any girl. Make sense? That's level 1. That's not love. That's me. Well, it's not me. Definitely not me. I'm not there. Level 2 is, okay, fine. I'll give you what you want as long as I get what I want. Okay, you want me to cook for you? How about I get a back rub? There is an exchange. I call that prostitution, to be honest, because you're exchanging. Third level is, you know what? That makes you feel good. I don't need anything. I'll just give it to you. That's third level of love. What if we ran our business that way? What if I gave it to you without anything in return? How many consultants, coaches, people do you know in this industry that will not talk to you past 5 to 10 minutes, and if they know they're not making a sale, you're done? How many of them actually spend the time with you for hours with nothing in return, giving you value after value? And you're like, holy shit, I just got like $10,000 worth of shit, and he didn't charge me a cent. Who would you rather go to? Someone that you need to be sold, or someone that's really giving you value? There's a 4th level, guys. That's the bonus. 4th level is you love and you give to someone that wronged you. If you can be at that level, you got your shit together. I'm still working on it. I got 2 minutes, guys. I'm going to go over this really fast. This is really important. I had the privilege to work on a research at UCLA when I was undergrad as a software guy to do an artificial pacemaker software. And I'm going to zap through this. So this is all technical. It probably shouldn't be that slow, but fast, but keep up with me. So each cell has about 7 electrolytes that we're tracking. These electrolytes have positive and negative charges to them. So now I want you to think that each cell has about 9 to 11 cells around it. So each cell is surrounded by 9 to 11 cells. Are you guys with me? I lost you all, I know. Okay, so each one of these cells in turn is surrounded by 9 to 11 other cells. You guys are with me so far? All right, check this out. Oh no, this is not showing, but I'll tell you. Okay, so I don't know what happened to the font, but so the red one is our reference point at this point. The orange ones are the other cells that are around it. Each one of those orange cells has a charge. One of them has 3, one of them has 2, one of them has -1, based on what type of electrolytes it has inside of it. You guys with me? Okay, so there's a net charge around this red cell. What do you think is going to happen to that cell? It's going to adopt the total charge from everything that's around it. So if the total charge around it sums up to 5 or more, that's the threshold, and that cell is going to fire or do something. You guys are with me? What if that literally was our situation? What if you are the cell that's given a charge to this person next to you, and as a result of that, a whole bunch of cells get charged? But what if you're that negative charge? Do you know what the body does to it? It eliminates it. If you're not contributing to your environment, the body is programmed to get you out. It will kill you. Your body's programmed to do that. If you're not contributing, you don't deserve to be in this ecosystem. That's how I live my life. Every day, if I'm not contributing to someone, even if it's a smile that I'm putting on someone's face, I believe that I could be dispensed. I don't belong. So every day I make sure that someone got a little bit of value, if not a lot, from me. You guys are with me on this? This is not showing either, but hey, contracts. This is really important. Why the F do we do contracts? Why do we sign things? because our word is no longer good. There was a time where we could have a handshake and it was good for decades. And today we have to sign a contract. If there is one dot, one comma out of line, we can question it because there is no more integrity. You guys are with me. Dr. Dentley talked about the breadcrumbs. Every crumb you're leaving behind is part of your legacy. If you've done wrong, that's part of your legacy. That is that negative energy that you're adding to the entire ecosystem. I'm going to zoom through these because we don't have time. This was a good story. I got to tell you in the hallway. I know, you want to hear it, right? I don't want to disrespect other people's time, but I want to leave you with one important thing before I leave. These were all awesome stuff. Sorry, you got to hear me again. Come on. I can't click fast enough. By the way, I've been on a fast diet for the last 30 days. I don't need to lose weight, but I did it anyways. 15 pounds in 30 days for someone that cannot lose weight. Don't clap for me. It's not about the weight. Do you know why I do that? I'm not nuts. Well, I'm a little nuts. But I do that for discipline purposes. I love pastries. This is my confession. Okay. My name is Dr. Freddy Behin. I am addicted to Nutella crepes and almond croissants. You guys are supposed to say, hi, Freddy. All right, good. Anyways, I do that because I want to make sure I can say no to something that I love. I can bury my face in crepes. Those of you that have seen me eat crepes, I make love to it. I literally do. Well, kind of. Last topic I'm going to give you. I invented a move in gymnastics. In 1996 at the World Championships, I was interviewed by the reporter. You just introduced a brand new move to the world. 10,000 people were screaming your name. How did that feel? My response was, hey. Not because I was a jerk. It's because it really didn't feel like much. Because yesterday I was over here. I was still that guy. A week before I was right here. A month before I was over here. A year before that I was over here. So I never felt becoming a champion of a big jump. I was already a champion at this level. Does that make sense to you guys? It took 21,000 hours of training to get there. So it wasn't the last hour. You guys with me? Cool. And I'm out of time. Come get me and I'll give you the rest of the story. Love you guys.
Give it up for Freddy Behin, our champion. The value effect of Freddy Behin. Go ahead.
3 books if you guys want to get any.
3 books. 3 books.
3 books. Don't kill each other.
Okay, and then go see him in the hall. Whoa, okay. I think he just magnetized. So